guys? Welcome to another week of the Hideout here with us on a Saturday. We've made it in. We're actually on time, but when we start, we're not on time, if that makes sense. So when we announce the Hideout, we're not on time, but we're on time when we get on. But
he's confusing himself right now.
But we're here, guys. We made it. Another week. We got a little bit of news, and from what I know of, I don't know. Don't quote me on that one. But the most of the show we'll be talking about My Hero today. We're gonna be going over the latest episode. Super stoked! It was a really good episode. I enjoyed it. I am ready to talk about it. Not too deep, but I'm excited because you got me intrigued with just that one comment. But we'll go ahead and start off with the news first. But let me see here. We already talked about things. My Hero chapter's already coming to an end.
Yep.
That is interesting. So again, that's on its final chapters, right? The last 5 chapters. That's what it said.
I think the last 5. Maybe give it a few more.
So
I'll give it up to 10.
In order for the show, and in regards to the show, since we're talking about My Hero, one of the news we brought up one time was My Hero Academia manga will end its run in 5 chapters. So the grand finale is Among Us. So in 5 chapters, that's usually one manga, right? More times than none, or do you think they would try to stretch it out?
See, when they say 5 chapters, it's normally there's a chapter release every week, so that's why they announce it like that. A manga could be anywhere, depending on how big the chapters, how long the chapters are.
Okay.
They could be anywhere from I think 6 to 10 chapters in a volume.
Okay.
So
okay.
Yeah.
All right. So that one will be.
That might be encompassed with the very the end.
And how often has this one been coming out?
I think that one was weekly.
Weekly?
Yeah. Outside of any hiatuses or any
So in June 14th, so it should be done already if it's been coming out weekly, or
June 14th
on a hiding. June 24th was when that news came out, and it said it had 5 chapters left. So if it's weekly,
then it might have been weekly because that one might have been every 2 weeks now, because the other one just released it. It was announced when June
24th.
24th.
Yeah.
No, we still got another 4. Because June 30th was released after that, so that's 1. Then we got July 7th, which is the other. So we got 3 more at least.
Nice. So July 7th is the next one?
July 7th one is the last one, so this week might be another release coming up.
7th, 14th, and so maybe the 21st would be, or the 28th of this month will be the end?
Well, it depends, because it could be. I want to say yes, but I'm looking at the release schedule right here, and it was weekly, May 12th, May 19th, June 2nd, June 9th. You think they're going to
leave that last chapter
It went from June 9th to June 30th.
Oh.
So it was almost a month apart. Okay. And then from June 30th to 7th, and now it's the July 7th, and we're already in the 13th. So it might be releasing tomorrow.
Oh, okay. And there's a lot. Actually, again, after Nathan came on the show, again, a guy that joined us on the show for One Punch Man. He cosplayed. He was actually interviewed by a gentleman named Dr. Applesauce. So if y'all haven't followed him, Dr. Applesauce, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, is from the DFW area as well. So that's pretty interesting. But yeah, that dude has been going off saying that he had been a weeb as well. All his life he's had all this stuff, and then but he had never really dive deep into manga.
Yeah.
And then he's like, you know what, I'm about to do it. It's my job. Why not? And then he's in love now. He's like, why did I wait so long? You know what I mean? Now you knowing what's going on. So
dude, I would have this whole wall just filled up with manga. See, the thing with me, the problem with me is I like box sets too much. So then I'll wait for it until it's done to buy the whole box set. But at the same time, I'm like, I'm also that person that I'm like, I can't wait for the box set because it might not be guaranteed. So I'm gonna buy every one, and if the box set comes out, then I'll just buy the box set too.
And that's how I felt about freaking the Marvel DVDs. I started buying them, the $5 ones, the regular DVD, because I was like, the box set might not be what I really want. So, and then it might be, back ordered or whatever. So I just, collected it, but I should have. I believe my friend Dylan, Double O Badger, actually has the
Infinity Saga.
The Infinity Saga, not the Gauntlet. Mm-hmm. He got the Tesseract one, where it came with like a Tesseract. Oh, dude, that was so cool. He had a picture of that thing, and I thought that was legit that to have that set. But I think
I like getting box sets only because like they give you like the art book
like
for it,
like posters as well, or
sometimes
just
I think the Demon Slayer one came with one.
And you told me that they have like some color pages, like that, what their color scheme would be, like in the inside, middle of them and stuff.
Some of the color,
the pages, yeah, in the middle, right?
Like the actual art folders that they would give you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, some of them have like color schemes in them, but not everyone. It depends on what they want to put in it, But man,
I would be I think on the DVD level, but manga sets are pretty nice. And why I brought up Dr. Applesauce is I think he got like the mint condition first manga hardcover for My Hero.
Okay.
And it was like got it graded 9.5, like crisp, dude.
Oh, he went hard for that.
It looks so nice.
See, I can't do all that.
And then he was talking about a box set. Let's see, that he was wanting to buy, and he was like, I don't know if I can justify spending $400 on a box set right now.
It depends on the manga.
What is it? Full Metal.
Oh no, yeah, drop it. Drop that 400 right there.
The like hardback cover or something like that. Again, guys, Dr. Applesauce. If y'all don't follow, very many content creators, that's a pretty cool, laid back, humble gentleman from the DFW. He does a lot of Comic Cons, podcasts as well, I believe, and videos on Facebook. Same thing, anime content. More anime manga. We do more of the Marvel. I don't think he dives into Marvel DVC too much. But Dr. Applesauce, Facebook. But that is it. There was really not too much news. Again, goes back to we're wanting to just let y'all know again, the show is live on Spotify now. Whenever the show is complete, we finish the show, and by Sunday the episode is up. So if y'all know anybody, again, if you don't get to tune in the entirety of the show or whatever, you're only able to like check in with us or talk to us for a little bit, you can go on to Spotify and then enjoy the show and hear our thoughts and theories and conversations of all kinds here with us.
Our complaints and whatnot.
Yeah, straight up. More complaints than compliments. Well,
depends on the series.
What we're talking about. Suicide, what's good? Let's see. It's like Walking Dead first issues back in the day. Those got pricey. Yep. So yeah, like that's what we're talking. Just jump on it while it's early, like in the what is it, the pre-sales and all that stuff, because I didn't think, again, I'm a very impatient man, very, very. I don't like online ordering. Like I probably couldn't just because I would be very upset when it got to my door and then it's not what I wanted. Like it's something else. Apparently now they changed it. Apparently you can show them that you don't want a substitute, like that way they don't get it if it's not there or whatever. Okay. But I'm an impatient man, and what I'm getting at is like I never ordered anything. I never was a pre-order to get the cheat code book and the free magazine and the know what I mean. Like I got it when I got it.
Like if I had started this before, like not like this type of stuff, but if I had started like a YouTube channel for like video games and everything, it probably would have been Pokemon themed centric. But me and you had that discussion of during the 20th anniversary for Pokemon, I had pre-ordered like 4 different things. I pre-ordered 2 games, the Nintendo 3D Nintendo DS that came with the Pokemon 20th anniversary. I pre-ordered Pokemon Tournament. And I was just like, yeah, dude, I pre-ordered it like the moment it was allowed to pre-order, I had pre-ordered it.
That's hilarious.
And I had paid it all off like a couple months before it actually had to be picked up.
So it felt good when you picked it up.
When I picked it up, I was like, yes. But while I was, my wife knows this story.
Of the game?
The freaking rack. The little thing. Yeah, dude. Like, I picked that up and I was like, I'll take it home. I swear I felt like a kid just running out the store. Like, look what I got. I was like, dude, like, no, that would legit be like in the stands and behind me just because of, like, I was like, no, this is legit. Yes. Yeah. I was like, Smeagol right there. My precious.
Don't touch it.
No, bro. I saw my niece over there try to go ahead and try to climb on it. I was like, no.
I don't. It's upsetting because I don't think I had an obsession like that. Like I did.
Watch your tone.
But no, I did, but I didn't. Like I was a diddler. I did a lot of things, a lot of the little things.
I think you need to choose a better phrasing for that.
I like too many different things that I couldn't really have a passion for one. I did the Beyblade. I did Yu-Gi-Oh. I did that Pokemon. I did. I mean, but I never again. Y'all got to the point where you knew who to mate with and all that. Dog, I knew there was just a place that hatched eggs. I didn't know there was specific ones you give to do this, to make one.
Yeah, like the mom is the one that passes on the abilities and certain moves, and the dad, if you have a certain age group, he could pass on that move if the child could learn it.
There it is, a dabbler. That's the, you know. I was like, man, why does that not? It worked, but it didn't work.
Oh my gosh!
Thank you, Zaku. Thank you. I'm a dabbler, everybody.
He's been listening to the Diddy trials too much.
I think that's where he might have been coming.
I told you. No, man.
I don't throw parties, guys.
He only goes to them. Oh man!
Oh goodness gracious!
See,
all right, dabbler. I dabble in a lot of little things. There we go.
That's.
All right, guys. Well, if you just tuned in, I am a dabbler. Confirmed. But
yes. Don't cancel him just yet.
Yeah. Still tune in. Hideout podcast on Spotify. But yeah, dude, I just that was the difference in my things, that I just was enough for me to like enjoy it, be dangerous, talk about it, but wasn't super into it. Like, and then same with sports. All the homies would go in on Indianapolis Colts and the Green Bay Packers and the Cowboys and this person passed this and this rush, and I was just like, see, Cowboys won by 7, like, you know what I mean? Like, I knew the score. Romo threw 3 interceptions. That's all I had. You know what I mean? Like, so just
you're like, they won or they lost. He threw this much stuff. That's it.
Base information, my friend. Like, I was never like.
You're like, yeah, but Elliott's the one that ran the ball for this. You're like, who?
Right. And they were the ones that like, he went from. I can't believe he came from Mississippi State.
Yeah, like, but they know the damn.
I'm telling you, like the colleges, my friend. Like,
granted, at one point I was bad like that. When me and at my other job, me and them had started doing fantasy, the fantasy leagues.
Oh, you got serious,
and I got so serious. I don't think my wife knew how serious I was at one point because I knew. I was following their like colleges, looking at the Columbines that they were going through, checking their times,
getting ready for the next year.
I was getting ready, dude. And then when it came out, like 4 or 5 of my people were like all rookies, and people were like, "Why would you choose rookies?" I was like, "Just wait till they produce." And then when they did, one of them got hurt, and I was like, immediately like, "Get out." But then the other ones that like they were producing numbers, and I was like, "That's why I chose them." And then like,
interesting,
dude, like, what were you doing? Like, how'd you know? And I was like, dude, I had any free time I had, I was like,
Saturday,
legit,
I was on the couch watching. Damn, see, and that's what I'm saying. Like,
I was pulling up my Pokemon stats on them.
And there was one time, like, I thought I was the bee's knees, bro. And it was in college. We were all busting out our old Game Boys and our own, like, Game Boy Colors. And we were getting our parents to send them back, you know, to us in the mail and everything. So everybody was getting their shit. And again, I got to maybe your starter Pokemon level 100. I got, you know, a secondary, like maybe like what was my second was a Nidoking, was a level 100, and the rares that you caught there at the end of the games, like at what was it, 65, 60?
No, I think like
60, right, something like that. So it would be like at 69, 70.
Yeah,
and the rest garbage, but like that's what I'm saying. Like one of my friends pulled out his Pokemon Blue and was like, "I got a level 100 Venusaur with a level this and 100, and I got a this," and I was just like, "God, guys, like,
only time
chill, chill." I didn't. I thought it was cool. Again, I thought it was the bee's knees, and then everybody took it like that much further. Like their childhood was that much more freedom. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it.
They took you to school with that one.
Yeah, they had the light when they went to, you know, trips on the road.
Right, like, I actually had one of those.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't. So everybody was driving, having a light, getting to enjoy it, and here I am with street light. Cool. 2 moves
up against the window.
Street light. Okay, 2 moves. Like, I mean, like, so it was bad. It was bad. Infinite item glitch in Blue. See, and I learned that in college. See, and everyone was all like, "You know what the?" And it's like, what was that? Like,
see, see, with me, it was like that infinite item glitch helps in like I think some of the older generations, but the newer generations when you could really do the EV spread and everything, and like those type of like glitches don't help as much because if you want to put a specialized,
you need to like level at a certain level, do certain things.
Yeah, like like how is it like when Nathan was here? Like if you want a specialized attacker, like your Nidoking, he's very good with special attack, somewhat decent with attack.
Okay.
But if you wanted to specialize him in just special attack, you would fight like let's say an Abra, and you go to attack an Abra, kill just Abras, like constantly kill Abras, and Abras give you more EVs toward the special attack. So when you do level up, instead of just +1, it'll be like a +4, and you'll like increase that way. Whereas with the rare candies, they just increase and it just goes like natural
HP, regular, nothing.
Yeah, everything kind of just naturally upgrades.
Wow. Yeah. See, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I was such a rookie, dude, and it always happened when the next guy came into it. It's like, "Do you do this?" It's like, "No way, baby collection!" Like, you know, fucking massive stadium with the notches and the special guns, and it's just like, dude, all I ask is if you Beyblade, like, you know what I mean? Like, just like,
see, I kind of feel like I was a little on the Beyblade thing only because my brother had gotten me into it. So I would like hang out and play with him and his friends, and then after a minute, like my brother always hated introducing me to crap because
you just got better right after.
I was just like, why am I using just these pieces together? And I started customizing and making it my own. And he's like, "Why would you do that?" And I did it, and I was like, "Stability right there. That thing lasts past all of yours."
He said, "Too much science to it." Exactly. Sees that guy. Exactly, dude. Hey, I was like, I looked at him and I was like, I hated you. You're the guy that I hated. Like,
just a little bit.
Yeah. We had this at the flea market as well. Like when I worked at the flea market with my mom, we'd had, you know, little kids. Their parents would bring their kids that were my age, and you know, we were, you know, flea market Mexicans out there, you know, the fleas at the market,
jumping from stand to stand. I see you.
So we did it, man. We were, like I said, we had Beyblades, we did everything almost, you know, in that little flea market. And well, had one that was just like, I was just like, I thought I was the baddest, like it was the biggest, like I saved up money to get like this, massive like badass Beyblade with a super gun and this and that, and then he's like comes up with this little like nugget, like I don't even know how to explain it, and they had like some notches and little things, and I was just like, dude, I don't want to. I was like, I'm good. I was like, my things is like badass. He's like, I can beat you, man. I was like, no, I can't, and I was like, you can't, my friend. Like, look at this. Look at my Beyblade. Like, I felt badass. I spent like $35 on this Beyblade. Like,
oh damn.
So, like, on the gun, on everything, and then maybe like 7 seconds. I just not once, not twice, 3 times. Like, dude, I was like, it's the gun, it's
jamming on me.
Oh man, I was that guy. And I was like, and he's like, said the same thing. It's all about the weight distribution. Like, you gotta sit low to the stage, and it ejects you out. And I'm just like, screw you, bro. Like,
see, what you do is you have that metal component on the bottom, that keeps you heavy way down. It can be a double-edged sword because it'll like if you get hit enough, it'll start rocking. Yeah. But I remember one of them I did because my brother like would scrap some, and I'm like, you don't want that? And he's like, nah, you could take it. And there was one. I had a metal core, and then there was a piece on the bottom that was plastic that had like it looked like little just tassels that would whip randomly. And I attached it so the metal core would hold it down, but the tassels will whip at the little thing, making you spin.
Underneath the opponent?
Okay. Yeah, so whip it, and it'll make your stuff start going off. And I was like, yep, that one's fun. I like that one.
Yeah, no, thank you. I was... bare minimum, base level Dave. That's what they call me. You know what I mean? BLD.
I mean,
or what is it? Like I said, when I played COD, they called me no skin. Like they're like, "Who's this no skin? No skin?" And everyone thought I was, messing around. They were like, "Are you like secretly badass and you just like to drive around with no skin?" I'm like, "Nah, I just don't buy skins. Like, I suck."
I don't like to drop money on stuff that I don't care about.
Yeah, I was like, I suck. I just get the free, bonus packs. I
want to steer it toward my hero real quick.
I was about to say.
So how if we're going basic, which ability that would you take
off of my hero?
Yeah. Come on,
basic. I'm basic, bro.
What is it?
Some good ones out there, man.
Oh, see, you already lost.
Nope. I was like basic. I was gonna go Endeavor, like right off. I mean,
the Hellfire.
I'm a flame guy. I've always loved pyrokinesis. Like,
I've always
liked control flame. Game over, dog.
I've always liked electric based abilities, like electrokinesis. Yeah, that's been one of my favorites. But the real answer is All for One.
All for One.
I can't see any other thing going against it as well as like one
so
for all is
basic.
It's kind of basic.
It's like I'm Goku. I'm a fan of Goku. Like number one. Like
But I'm like everybody like. My issue is everybody wants to be like, oh, I want this power because of this and this, or I like that ability because of that and this. I'm like, yeah, go ahead and like yours. But I could steal your ability first off. I could give your ability to somebody else just to mess with you. I was like, I can combine your ability with another ability with a third ability to make the most powerful thing you've ever seen. I was like, give that to somebody like me who wants to optimize
all of it.
And it's done. Like, he's going like...
You would take it to the science of it.
Yeah. I'll go heavy.
That's hilarious. Yeah, I don't know. I would have again not thought of it, but again, just if I would have gotten lucky, that's probably one that I would hope would be.
If there wasn't All for One,
like an OP power like that, what would you go for?
Honestly, I don't know about how OP it is, but honestly, I would take Hawk's ability.
Hawk's?
The feathers?
He's badass,
dude. The ability to be able to control...
and then to keep them like hard as steel sometimes.
Yeah, dude. Like, I was like... And then you control each one individually, too? I'm like, yeah, that's cool. That is dope.
And every feather,
every single feather, just control like with your mind. You don't even have to do.
I never thought about it.
I like Hawk's ability.
Hawks is pretty dope. Yeah. I like Hawks. I like his character. I like the double agent factor that they did in My Hero with that. Like again, like that worried me a little bit. But then when he like met with him like somewhere off to the side, I was like, okay, he's still our boy. All right, cool. Like you know what I mean? Like woo, had me a little worried when he as well. I felt the sign of relief. Oh, it was the book that he gave Endeavor with the notes and stuff.
Yeah.
That had me a little worried. The chick that can make constructs. Oh yeah. Yomoi. Yeah.
Oh, from Class 1A. Yeah, she's really good too. That's actually a pretty good choice. The only thing with that is it takes somebody to understand something enough, because she has to understand the way it works and everything, I believe, right? Like she has to understand the ins and outs of whatever she's
like creating. The anatomy of it or something like that. Like, yeah, I think you're right.
So it's just like if you have to understand it, you have to have that knowledge with it. So you have to study up on it.
Momo, I think that's right.
Momo.
Momo. Yeah, there you go. Woo!
Guns,
lots of guns. Tank, rocket launcher.
Can you just imagine her just being like this and it's that one?
But it was like what Bakugo just did, like all those guns that just like came out on his thing, like the science squad built for him, like that. That was dope, dude. That was dope. But as you were saying, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
I don't know, I forgot.
Oh, damn. I always felt like I did that right there. Like, oh man. But yeah, Bakugo went hard on that part. Constructs, guns, lots of guns. Rocket launcher. Well, I feel like it was right there. I lost it too. You were saying something along that line. Be something from the mask. Oh. What? The mask, Jim Carrey, when he pulls out that, you know,
that's what it is. That's what it reminded me of. Pulls the trigger, bang,
bang. That was freaking hilarious.
Yeah, dude, that would be.
But yeah, Endeavor, man. Speaking of, like, again, side story than the main story, but side story, I would try to move flames in church. Like that's how serious it was, bro. Like the father would be going off on, you know, his gospel, and I wouldn't know Spanish at that time, and I just would look at candles and I'm like, with my hands between my legs, I was like, if this moves left, when I move left, I got pyrokinesis. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I would sit there staring at flames forever, man. Like,
it was you over there, just concentrate. I can do it.
I know it. I know these powers exist. You know what I mean? But
they're all lying to me. I have superpowers. I'm special.
Exactly. My mom was right. I know it. But guys, this episode, guys, My Hero, we're here. Main talk of the show. Again, if you haven't seen it, you spoilers ahead.
Oh yeah.
If you read it, lucky you, because he has. It's intense. It's intense. He is getting so far, you know, now, like, I can't even. Now I understand when Sergio said, you know, like, yo, just wait.
Oh, yeah.
Just you wait. Like, this ain't nothing, you know what I mean? And Awful One is just ruthless right now. Just ruthless with homegirl busted. He busted her ear, took her out her ear. And, you know, the thing is they leave you like that. They leave you like, oh my God. Yep. And they left you with her, like, losing her ear, thinking that she's done. She's in pain. Blood's going out. So I give it a bone. So I don't know if they're adjusting to the criticism. You know,
I don't think they could adjust that fast.
I think so. It was already done.
Yeah, it was already done. Okay. I think they might like have went in there and try to retouch some of it.
Maybe.
But, yeah.
Okay. So they've been getting criticized for not going as dark as the manga has been. So, you know, according to Manual and to most people, they're saying that the manga shows some gritty stuff, right?
Oh yeah, it definitely does.
So, and I really wish it would do it, because again, Demon Slayer went hard on it. Again, Demon Slayer now has set the, I think, animation tier right now.
Just for the regeneration alone, that regeneration was crazy.
So
I'm trying to think of other generations that kind of do that.
I wanna segue to the what is it? Kaiju number 8. They apparently made a comparison to. Oh, there you go. You still need to get on that Kaiju number 8. Yep. So Kaiju number 8. They made a mention and a comparison to the regen on one of this episodes of this, like, I guess Kaiju was being regenerated, and they made that comparison to that, you know. Okay. So we need to hop on that.
Chapter 2 of it before my I have to my app that I read the mangas on. It's been messing up, and I had to send an email out. So they're like, "We'll get back to you in 48 hours." They're like, "We'll get back to you in 48 hours about it, whatever."
Was that?
I'm like,
moving and not switching pages?
No, it locked me out of my subscription, saying that something had happened, and I was like, "Well, I need to figure this out because I need to catch up on this shit."
My bank statement says you pulled for it, so yeah.
Well, actually, they haven't since it had gotten shut down. So okay. I'm cool with that, and it's only $3, even if if it was $3 and they still took $3, I'm like, I'll be a little bit mad. You're still taking my money.
Isn't it a corn dog and a Coke at racetrack or something like that?
It's basically a Coke.
$2.29. $2.69 with tax.
Yeah, for real. Like, you got a slice of pizza.
But so homegirl loses her ear, right? So when she loses her ear, All for One makes the statement, you know, that, you know, did you think this was school? You know, it's not, you know, a thing anymore. Like you're facing.
You just thought this was an extension of school, huh?
Yeah, like, you're facing the demon. Yeah, Lord, the demon lord. You know, like, y'all ain't ready for this. You know what I mean? Like, ooh, when he was saying all that, I was just like, man, he coming hard right now. And so we were talking about right now, you know, Hawks' feathers saved him. That's the only reason why she only lost the ear was because, and we're talking about it. 3 feathers. That's all it took to move that massive thing of whatever it was. And just shift it out of the way just enough. Just enough. And then again, they worry me. Like, this is one thing I'm not understanding about these animated, like, or the characters themselves, or what that power was. Because Hawks was like stabbed
a few times.
Right? You know what I mean? Like, that boy was jammed. Like, and then he was just like moving around again, like doing things.
He's like, I'm okay again.
Yeah, so I didn't know what those black and red things were. Like, that's what just kind of me a little bit loose there. But he got him when he moved the thing, and then to get saved one more time, and then it was Endeavor.
Yeah.
And when Endeavor came into this mix, dude, ooh. I want to know how this manga looked. Like, I like the white out eyes when they're like enraged. Oh, that looks so freaking sick to me. I don't know.
I was just rewatching this episode on Hulu, and it stopped halfway through, and I was so upset because I gotta leave in a little bit, freaking play.
I want to finish it. Yeah.
It wouldn't load. I backed out, restarted it.
I hate it.
And then I backed out again, restarted, push play, and then restarted it all over.
Oh, okay.
I was like, dude,
I ain't got time for this shit.
Yeah. But dude,
is that where it was leaving off when he was coming up from the trees, or where?
It finished off when Endeavor saved the kids again and everything, and his arm got ripped off, and he's that fire fist, dude. Like, I was like, the control of his flames to make it look like it's actually part of his arm. I was like, he did so good, dude. Like, I was like, damn.
Dude, I lost it. Like, it started off like a freaking flame, and then it just formed to a fist. Yes. I was like, oh, he's about to come so hard. Like, dude, he was done, bro. And then when it had his younger self talking shit to him, oh, dude. Had me hot. I was like, you know,
you shut up. You don't know him. That's him, dude.
Bro, that was intense. That was an intense moment.
Yeah,
I enjoyed that part, especially because, again, he choked himself. He started grabbing, he grabbed himself.
I know.
And then, a high hand, dude, burning fist, bro. And then.
That choke still mentioned.
So how I was about to say, how did the manga show that? Did they actually show rib and everything?
It was actually apart. Like
yeah,
there's like
because
a
there was
whole
small
chunk.
scenes there that it showed a little bit more
It showed a
intense.
little.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was like, that's why I'm saying I think they went in and touched it up if they didn't, because I'm like, for you to be pumping them out as quick. But then again, they might have, because remember that we were discussing like there was that like a 2 week gap in between the episodes.
Yep.
They might have went and touched it up and made it look more bloody and stuff.
I was so upset. You have no idea. I even like rewatched it. I was like, feel like I watched this. Like I didn't get a like into my seat kind of thriller here. And I was like, holy hell, I did watch it. Like there isn't another episode. What the hell happened? And then the news came out that it was there. So but dude, I can only imagine how that looked in the manga. That was the first thought that came to my mind. Like when he like formed that fist, I was like, I could see that in the manga being a black fist and like the white around it. Like, so I was just like, I bet that's how it looked. But
I cannot tell you. It's been so. I haven't. The issue is some of these I go off of memory, and then I'm like, I need to go back and reread them, but I can't obviously do that right now. But I'm just like, I can't remember because I power read through most of My Hero.
And again, it goes back to like one of my main reasons again for not being able to jump into all these shows, because I know we're gonna talk about them, and I hate being that guy that's like, what was the arc and then so I know I'm about to be that way, because again I finally got Crunchyroll, so I'm about to like just start just hopping in like free. I'm gonna do Kaiju number 8. Fate series, like I'm about to do Black Clover. Been hearing a lot about Black Clover.
Is very good, but it is now I think the author, it's reaching its final ending, right?
Okay.
But Black Clover is, I think the mangaka, the creator of it, is having either some health issues or family issues. So instead of being a weekly thing, he is going to a quarterly thing. So he's only releasing it every 3 months now.
Yeah.
And certain mangas like Boruto releases monthly. So their chapter releases are like 48 pages compared to like the
12.
The 16 pages or whatever they normally do. So they'll get a whole lot. And people are like, well, if you're doing it quarterly, what are we getting? Like monthly ones give a certain amount. How much are we getting for you?
So they don't want to wait a quarter and get 5 chapters or like 6 chapters.
They're waiting a quarter and get the same amount as a weekly release.
That's what it ended up being.
The same thing you get weekly, you're now waiting for quarterly. Yeah. So some like
so there's a lot of people falling off of the.
A lot of people are like, dude, like, what are we reading? But then again, it was like, this is his first trial. Come on, you guys got to give him a break. Yeah. Like, if you want to finish this, if you followed it so far, you're gonna have to give him a break and finish it all the way.
If you can wait, if fans waited as long as they waited for Attack on Titan, I would hope another fan base can wait as long as they can wait for their author or person that they watch read this manga.
I mean, that's the same problem running with Hunter x Hunter right now. Because I don't know if you heard about it, but yeah, I think he's
back in the mix, but he started and then left, and then but he's
another
back
hiatus. He's been having so many times of not writing.
He's ill too, I believe.
Yeah, so he's has like back and like wrist hand problems, and he's just been, it's understandable. He goes through it, but I'm just like, he's like, there's 3 endings for this manga right now. One is he's like one that I like, one that I know the fans will like, and then another one I know the fans won't like. But I think he was saying like too, like if I die, like take your pick almost. I was like, no, I don't want that. Don't do that.
I know, don't do it, please. I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna leave it there. But I'm gonna leave that there. But mangas, Black Hand, Endeavor. Dude, he went off. Like again, I'm sad that you didn't get to finish it because he ends up going and finishing up the fight again, throwing out some new moves, taking the fight on his own, like carrying the team on his back though, you know what I mean, like just said, I got it. I've been down and out. And then the last thing is what he said was like, you were able to fix everyone else's, or you didn't care about everyone else's mistakes. You were just worried about fixing yours or something like that.
Yeah.
Like you were always about yourself. And then when he went out and choked old homie, I was like, here we go, man. I was like, oh, dude. And then to have Hawks do that little, but I hope you remember in the manga, Hawks uses his feathers to catch Endeavor and push him towards
All for One.
Yeah.
And doesn't he? Yeah, he like had to sacrifice his feathers because he was like had to help him go after him.
Yeah.
But it burns up like the last of Hawks' feathers.
It was insane. Like he was like, he's fast. Boom, right there. Like next thing you know, dude.
Dude, that was so. I was like, I was like that's big of Hawks too, because you're basically giving up your ability.
Yeah.
You're choosing to be normal
but
now.
They regenerate. They come.
They
in
do,
time, but it takes time.
Yeah, it takes
like
a lot.
The fight at is it Genga Valley or something like that? That's where they're fighting him right now. I think that's where he burned himself. Burned his feathers with Dobby.
Yeah.
Dobby burned his feathers, and it took, I think what was it, 4 weeks?
I think so, for him to regrow
when they were preparing for.
Yeah.
So with 4 weeks, so he only got little. On one of the scenes, you could see a decent amount, but man, they weren't as much as that big old wing set that he had, And then even then, like the recovery point periods, he only had like little like bones, you know what I mean, like for a couple of times. So it was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
At least they do come back. That's the good thing. So, well, Dragon Ball is still in limbo, I think.
Dragon Ball got picked up. The Dragon Ball Super, it was in limbo after Kira passed. And I was thinking they were just gonna like finish it done. But from what I read, it was actually picked up by somebody else, and they were supposed to start it again like in the next few months.
Okay.
So
I
don't know how I feel. I was about to say I don't know how I feel about it.
Dang it, man. So see, that's the hardest part about a legacy, like
it's following it up.
Like those shoes are there. Like, do you fit them? Can you wear them boots? Because they're pretty big. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. But dude, I don't want to talk more about this episode. But God, it was so good. Damn you, Hulu. But yeah, so
I mean, we can talk about it.
He ended up using Prominence Burn. I think you figure you would remember that. So when he uses his final move, yo, the ending, guys, like, again, we're in for it. Like we are no longer in school no more. Like that's why the title is what it is, because that ending, guys. I don't know how I looked in the manga, but it was crazy. So Prominence Burn, brightest thing in the sky. All of them like can't even like see, where it was coming from, whatever. Burned out, done. Holding on to the skeleton from SpongeBob, the grandma, and
I love chocolate.
chocolate. So he's holding on to that grandma's corpse up there, and then he was like, starts laughing, man. Like, again, I don't know if it says that in the manga, but he just starts, his a deep, menacing, like a whole different voice. Like there was a man's voice there, and now it was like the real demon lord voice. You know what I mean? Like it was intense. And he's like, "You think I'm gonna come and show you all my cards? I didn't come with a backup plan. Like, come on." And he's like, "From something rises the ashes," or and then it shows a picture of the little girl with the horn.
Yeah.
So did he take her power?
As of right now, no.
No? Okay, because I remember that. I remember she heals and or gives their powers back.
She reverses time.
She reverses time.
That's why when she was involved with everything, she was saying that her dad disappeared. They don't know what happened to her. She reverted her dad back to nothingness. the bigger her horn is, the more she could do. But her power is extremely crazy because it could completely. That's why they were making the bullets with some of her ability.
Because it took away the powers.
Yeah, took away the powers.
They harnessed it to where it was only going for their powers.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I don't know if I don't know if her power can. Well, I know, but I don't know if you know if her powers can reverse her own power, reverse the bullet power. So the power that
her power can reverse her power.
Yeah. So the power they use for the bullets to take away people's ability, her powers reverse that.
That's what's going on. So All For One does that laugh. He's laughing menacingly. Dude, menacingly laughing. And he's just like, didn't you think I'm gonna come without a backup plan? And again, it's this skeleton. It's literally that skeleton from Grandma's, from SpongeBob. Yeah. Then an ear pops out, fresh ear, like a human ear, regenerated new ear. He's like, out of the ashes, something new grows or something like that. Something just crazy. And then an eye comes out, and it's just like, and it gleams. So I'm guessing he's got like full power again, because he got eradicated. He's like, you're a fool. This is the body. I want to get rid of it. You're bringing it back. And then it shows the little girl, and then so then that's the end. Like, it leaves you there. You're just like, how? Like, me and Bree sat up and we're like, no way. Like, boy gave it all. Yep. He went all for, one for all. Like, he just gave it his all and then lived. But where I'm getting at here, going back to what you were talking about, the next episode. So you know what you know.
I know, but I don't know if you know.
Lemillion comes back, and the big three is going to be in the mix. In the mix. So with Lemillion coming back, he did get shot by the bullet, but they used her, and he was like basically with her all the time, like he was her guardian.
Yeah, he was helping,
but because he was with her, he was gaining his power back or something like that.
Is that what it said?
I think that's what it was. I mean, he was her bodyguard, and then with her being her bodyguard, her horn started to grow because she was happy or something like that, and then she began to use her power to reverse the effect, and it confirmed because he had been gone the entire time. He had came up a couple of times with a like a Hawaiian t-shirt and stuff, and he was just chilling. And then this is the first time they on the next episode preview where he's like he's permeated out of the ground, and it shows the big three. And I was like, oh, Lemillion's power is sick though. Well, permanent.
The thing is, you have to have
the understanding. We talked about it, like to understand the ground, to be able to. Because you to go through and keep the matter solid around
it, but because it's like he even said too, when he does it, he can't breathe, he can't see. The light goes through him. Everything is so you have to be able to calculate where you want to go underneath, pop back up, and still hope that the person is still there, and kind of prejudge what they're gonna do. So that power is very difficult.
And he made it look
like it was child's play. Like
when he came out, I was like, "Ooh, this dude's dope!" I was like, "Yeah, man!" I remember when he first came out; it was a pretty cool one. I like the. I don't know how I would feel about that. I'd be very choosy on what I ate if I turned into whatever I ate. Like the other big three, right? Yeah. Because he ate octopus or whatever. Yeah.
And somehow he made it like a cannon or whatever, like
a gun.
Yeah.
What was the homegirl's power? I can't remember.
Wasn't she
women characters? Nothing.
Damn.
They said that. In my defense,
it's like that.
It was a manga and a comment to them that that he didn't write strong female characters. They had all these strong female characters and they all relied on a male character. You know what I mean? So sorry. Okay, hop off my box here. Let's see. If I was a superhero, a Hawaiian shirt would be a part of my costume. I can see it.
I'm not mad at it. I mean, it's worth it.
As long as you're comfortable, right? And you can still use your
that's
powers.
The main part.
Like you can still use your powers. It's like what is it? When Mr. Incredible is like, oh, and a cape. She's like, no cape,
no cape,
in the mode, no cape. So, but yeah, Hawaiian shirt. As long as you're comfortable, you're good. But yes, guys. So my hero, they are no longer in academia, no more, guys. Like, All for One is going hard on them. No holds bar. But it went. Oh, we missed the Bakugo fight. Freaking Bakugo, like, but we got a little bit. Bakugo went ham, and Bakugo was going off. So he was finally, doing his thing with Shigaraki. Shigaraki's got this mutated arm going everywhere. Nobody can get touched by it. So everyone's, here, there, and everywhere in that dome. And I love the name though, the Flying Coffin. Yeah, that's pretty dope. That's pretty dope. The Flying Coffin. So they're in the Flying Coffin up here, and everything's going around. Everything's flying. They're just avoiding Shigaraki. And then Bakugo, everyone like got this empower. It was like an empowerment episode. You can say because everyone was going all out.
They had to go plus ultra.
Yes, plus ultra. So they were going hard on their people. Leading into what I'm about to get at, so Bakugo then was using his guns, his regular handguns, and then I don't know how, I don't know if it was part of his costume now, and Momo created it to come out when he was ready for it, but when he did the advanced weaponry or whatever, that was dope. Again, he's like, I'm about to blow right through you, and just started going ham. Started shooting, and then I love what's her name. I really don't remember her name. The bunny.
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Oh, what's her name? She's bad.
Hashtag not a furry.
Lola, bunny.
No, don't stop.
But yeah, she comes up and she's like, "Oh, we're a team now." Oh, bet. And all of them, Best Genius, her, and Bakugo, they were starting going ham on Shigaraki. With this comes, again, hey, I've climbed, I've done, I've got here story of Bakugo, and it's showing his, rise with Deku, why he always was, trying to be the best because he felt like he deserved to be the best. And then, went ham, talks about this final move, does a Endeavor moment where I can't remember it, and then to the point where Best Genius calls him his actual hero name. I think whatever psychopath, killer, murderer, whatever, Dynamite, right? And so he calls him his entire name, and I thought that was cool. And he does his final move, and you're looked like it blew through the stadium. It looked like it blew through my coffin.
Yeah.
But the floating coffin, flying coffin, but what's his name? The homie from 1A was in there, and he backs him up, and he's like, one thing about Bakugo, no matter what, he's always thinking about the fight, their surroundings, other people, even though he's a hothead, he's got field awareness, and so shows it, flying coffin's intact, and then you just see his hand grabbed by another hand, and then snap. Dude, Shigaraki is going off right now, bro. Yes. No sweat.
I told you, just wait.
No, dog. You told me. And this is where I'm getting at. So at the beginning, he tells me this. I was like, Bakugo going off. He's like, do you want to know more? And I was like, oh my God, what? So you is it just them two are about to go on another level, or we're about to experience a lot of people coming in going hard? Because Deku's flying in right now. Deku's flying in from the other battle.
Do you want a lot of action or do you want a lot of tears?
There's gonna be tears, my friend. There's gonna be tears.
I mean, this is a war after all. People have to go.
Oh man, give me. I want a set of tears. What's gonna happen? So Deku's flying in. That's where we're at.
Deku's flying in, and I'm trying to remember exactly what happens right here, but I do know something bad happens to Bakugo. Like pretty damn bad.
Damn bad.
Like,
because he lost his arm already at the moment. Like, it's done.
They're gonna give you a "is he gonna live" moment, and you're gonna be like, well, it's Bakugo, he has to, right? But then you're also gonna be like, well, damn, people are dying. So
shit, that's not even gonna be crazy. No. Oh, see, that's I think the fear of me reading the manga.
Dude, it's totally worth it though.
All right, well, again, we get to see the big three. At least I get a little bit of action before I guess
her power was wave motion. She could send like
force waves
basically out, but they would like appear in like spirals.
Yeah, I remember the spirals. Yeah.
Dude, I don't even think.
But it goes out Endeavor style, like.
No comment.
My boy already down and out, and he's gonna come in.
No comment. I was just thinking right now too. You know, we haven't even got to some major parts either.
There's still major parts, or of the episode you're talking about?
Like, no, there's still major parts coming up.
All right, so we I think we did discuss this. How far out are we away from those 5?
Oh, the last 5 chapters that we're at least another month.
Another month, because as far as manga wise, anime wise.
Manga wise. From anime wise to where we are now, you're still. I give it another year or 2.
Shut up.
Depending on how fast paced they want to put these out and everything, they're still. You haven't met.
We haven't met someone.
Okay, let me rephrase that. You haven't been reintroduced.
Okay.
Or met. What's his name? All for one or one for all. The previous user.
Oh yeah. Not homegirl, right?
No. The actual like
owner.
The dude with the sunken eyes.
Okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. You haven't met Iron Man version of him. You haven't seen. There's a few things, dude. Like there's a lot going on.
Because he still hasn't unlocked, I think, the number 7 user.
He hasn't unlocked the second user.
There you go.
And that one, that's a last ditch.
That's the last resort one, right? Because he was gonna use it, right?
Yeah, but
and then he's like, "Hey, are you serious? Are you gonna use it now?"
He's like, "You can't be using that now." Yeah, number 7 was Shigaraki's mom's ability, or no, his grandma. Yeah, his Shigaraki's grandma's ability.
The purple haired chick, right?
Yeah, the one that can float. Yeah.
Dude, I'm speechless right now, guys.
Yeah.
What? We're in a war. This war's a year away.
Dude, at least because they're not going to be able to catch up to where they're right now in the manga.
But it's going to be good, you're saying, right?
Oh, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. Especially with the bit I can remember knowing.
So it's up to the studio, but it's still got some darkness coming up.
Oh, yeah. Well, some darkness, some good fights.
Some good fights?
Some really good fights. Some
as long as good as in long or good as in sequences, like the powers that are being used.
Good as in the powers being used. You didn't expect certain things to work out the way they do, and I don't think like some of them are. We're talking anime here, so some of these things are dragged out. you got 5 minutes till the planet explodes. Okay, so yeah, these things take a while.
66 episodes later. So, I think it was 76 or something like that.
I think so. Yeah, it just lasted like the longest running fight. I think we brought that up.
Yeah, to One Piece or something like
or
that.
something. I forget.
Yeah, I still couldn't believe it. I will always remember that now. I'm glad that Bree was like starting to watch Dragon Ball, and she's like, "I'm gonna watch, Frieza die," and I was like, "Go to bed, like, go to bed."
You got another 20 episodes.
It'll be tomorrow night, and we would still not be there. Like, she's like, "Shut up!" I was like, "Yep, I'll tell you right now, you ain't getting nowhere near it." Like, oh,
he
man.
just turned Super Saiyan. You got another
5 minutes. You got 5 minutes. Oh man, but dude, that's intense. Okay, so we haven't been reintroduced. We haven't seen the original maker of All for One or One for All. We haven't seen the number 2 user's powers. We have Bakugo going hard. All for One is got an ear poking out of a dry shell. That's all we've seen so far.
I'm surprised you didn't bring it up too, but like I don't remember if they said it in the earlier episodes, but about him having the clone powers.
Clone, no.
Yeah, because in this episode he was like, "Oh, this is when the quirks were fighting back against him."
Oh yeah, so I was about to say that they were fighting.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, it's because they're clones. They're not the originals. I don't have as much control over them anymore."
Oh, so the powers he took are clones. Okay,
yeah.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
But he did have the originals. But the doctor was able to create clones of those powers, give him those clone powers, and give the powers to the originals to somebody else.
Shigaraki.
Yeah. Who is going to be, if everything goes right, the new
All for One.
All for One.
Transferred consciousness?
If he can.
Hold on. I'm losing my shit right here. Hold on. Shigaraki lost an eye.
But Homeboy got one.
Homeboy got one.
Okay, I think that's just coincidence, maybe. But it does happen to fall in line. Is it the same eye?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. So is that what's going on? Is like his body gonna like transfer to All for One in a way?
Well,
like,
I'll let you catch up, but you know at least that much.
I mentioned now, like you saw me, like I was like, oh, some shit just was revelation in my head. I was like, hold on, what the fuck are you talking about? Oh goodness, guys. Okay, yeah, guys. Again, if you haven't seen this episode, you'll understand where I'm coming from. It's out right now. Hulu, Crunchyroll. Hulu does dub, or is it still?
I think it's still subbed.
Okay,
I think it's still subbed right now.
Y'all gotta check it out, guys. So that cliffhanger happened heavy. If you're manga already, then
you know what's going on.
You know what's going on. But you got me over here like jumping out my seat, guys. Definitely tune in, guys. Definitely tune in. I hope y'all watch what we watch and enjoy what we're watching. Again, to all those that follow us, I appreciate y'all. I really thank y'all for tuning in and jumping in on the conversation and stuff. But yes. I don't know how many episodes were in this season. I don't know what episode we're on right now. If you want to look that up before we log off.
I could look it up really quick.
Yeah, but again, guys, the last thing right before we sign off, we are going to be having all our episodes again on Spotify. The Hydeout on Spotify. You just follow us on there. Every episode that we do on our stream here, we'll go to Spotify and y'all get to enjoy it. And again, tune in and listen to the conversations here. So that way, on Saturdays at 8, varying time schedules, you can come in and join us in the chat, talk about, what we're talking about and enjoy, again, chill time. So what is it? What's the verdict?
It's 10 episodes so far.
10 episodes so far.
So this was just released was episode 10. So I don't know. I think we might get
16?
another. We might get 16, hopefully 15, 16.
Okay.
Which is pretty much a constant for the way they've been going. Actually, let me rephrase that. There's been about 25 episodes per season after season 1, because season 1 was like normally the smallest.
Oh, the smallest?
Yeah, season 21 or season 1 had what, 13 episodes?
Okay.
And then after that, it's been 25 all the way through, and we're only on 10 episodes right now. So
are those dub and sub?
That's why I cut it in half.
Okay.
Because it says 50, I was like, no.
Oh, okay. So 25 is the half.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, hopefully, guys, because again, the way they left it, I'm telling you guys, go watch it. It was a great episode. I enjoyed it. Deku's coming in. Bakugo went off. All for One going hard. It's getting gritty again. Right off the train of Demon Slayer. So we got a couple more episodes of that, and then again, Fate series will be coming up. Deadpool in a couple of weeks. So tune in for the review of Deadpool, and that's all I got. Anything? Yeah. You good?
I'm good.
Alrighty, guys. Well, thank y'all again for tuning in. Oh.
June.
When's the merch coming? Oh, we just talked about that. I am in talks with someone. No, Emmanuel's in talks with someone. I just found a website. So we're gonna be hopefully that be coming soon. So we're working on that. Again, Spotify's there. We're working on the content, and then we're also working on the merch side, making it better content for you guys. That way, y'all can enjoy. But merch coming soon for sure. Then I'll keep y'all updated. Stay up to date on the Hydeout page. Being more frequent, so any MCU, DCU, and anime news that I come across on my feed is coming to the Hydeout page. Like, follow, subscribe, and yeah, that's it. I appreciate you guys. June merch coming soon. Thank y'all. Y'all have a good weekend, and y'all be safe.